Well, good day, everyone. This is Sheila from Women, Wealth and Wisdom, and I am joined by the amazing Lana Roos. Say hi, Lana.
Hello, everyone. Lana Roos from Smartline Personal Mortgage Advisors.
We have a special guest with us today on this first Zoom meeting that Women, Wealth and Wisdom are actually hosting today. And our special guest for the day is Fidelis Cruz, who is a faith-based life and business coach. Hi, Fidelis. How are you going?
Good, thank you. Thanks, Lana and Sheila, for having me. So excited for today's call. And yeah, it's going to be fun.
Excellent. So one of the questions I have for you, Fidelis, is that you've kindly agreed to be our host, our leader for our upcoming vision boarding workshop, which is going to happen on the 30th of May. So just in time for the end of a financial year and the beginning of a new one, which is always important for women in business, but also just women in who are interested in actually wealth building and money matters anyway. Financial years are always a good time to start new and acknowledge the past. I would like to know a little bit more about you, and I'm sure Lana does too, because you kindly volunteered to do this vision boarding workshop with us. I'd like to know the role that vision boards and vision casting play in your work as a life and business coach.
Yeah, absolutely. First off, thank you so much. What an honor. Like, I just love being part of a community where, you know, you're building women and helping them to really learn about money and wealth, because this is something that we don't talk about often, right? And so thank you for building this community. I'm all for it. And that's why I thought, hey, you know, great idea to really host a vision casting workshop, because I think everything starts with a vision. You know, it's like that dream or that thing that you've always wanted, but then you're unsure and you sort of like have this vague idea of it, like a snippet of something. But a vision casting workshop really helps you get clear on that, imagining and visualizing exactly what it is that you want, and putting it together in a vision board where you see it and physically touch it, as well as you can create a vision statement, so that putting that your thoughts or ideas into a statement where you will be able to see it every day as well. So I believe it's really powerful. It's something that I've been doing in my business as well. It has really, really helped me build my business. So I launched 2014, and since then I've been doing vision boards, and thank God. I believe that over the years I've grown a lot, and, you know, just looking back, I'm just in awe that I look at those vision boards and I go, wow, I've actually done that. And that's another reason why it's great to do a vision board, because you can go back to it and see how far you've come along as well. So yeah, definitely a big part of my business and something I'm really passionate about to share. Yeah.
I think it's also good because it gets you to get out of the daily grind of your business or your life and actually have that freedom and the space to dream again, and sort of create something from a blank piece of paper or a blank slate, and not have you know, the tax return, the business stuff, the grocery list, the, you know, who needs to go to the doctor next, all that sort of stuff sort of in the way. And I mean, I know, Lana, you've done a lot of personal development and that sort of wider purpose community thinking with yourself. And how do you work with vision boards? Because I know you're a vision boarder as well.
Yeah, it's vision boarding for me is a challenge. Let me just put that out there. I feel it's necessary. I definitely get something out of it, but I am not a strategic thinker naturally. I've had to acquire skills and had to force my schedule to include time for that. So I've got lots of ideas constantly running, but it's not necessarily structured. So what vision boarding helps me to do is at the very least just get the ideas onto paper. And, you know, sometimes it's a complete jumbled mess, and sometimes I actually take the time to maybe group them together into categories or something. I don't follow that religiously, but I do like it as sort of a brain dump. Just get me a direction to head into.
Yeah.
And sometimes I do them as a joint business and personal, and sometimes it's only personal or sometimes it's only business. I must say, having done work with Sue, my business coach, I've come to realize how intimately linked those two are. If there's a malbalance in one side versus the other, they both suffer. So I tend to do them together now, and have moderate goals in there so that there is time for everything. But like I said, vision boarding for me is something that I need to schedule in. It's not something that comes naturally for me.
Yeah, I love that, Lana. And I just want to add on to that, because a lot of people are saying, I don't have time. Like, and if they do schedule it, you know, kids are running around, things will happen. And then they go, you know what, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week. And it happens to most of us, you know, and it's natural. It happens. But that's why it's great to have these vision board workshops, the ones that we're holding soon in May, because what happens is you get to do it with a group of women, a group of people, where here's the thing, there's no distraction, you're all doing the same thing, right? And you've got the same goals, and also thinking, okay, we've got to come out of this room with something. We've got, you know, you will actually literally come out with a board, and that's great. You know, you'll come up with something. And what I love about it is the accountability part. So you have a group of women that has boards, and then they look at the boards and they go, oh, I saw that was your goal, sis. How did you go with that? And then, you know, you've got the community where you're talking about, sis, I saw that goal that you had last month. How are you going? That's the accountability side of that community, where you can now check in with each other and go, how are you going? And so it's the accountability part is really good too.
Yeah, and I like that you both touch on the fact that you need to actually carve out a slice of time. Because I know for me with the vision boards, would you like to see a vision board that I did at a really crucial point in time in my life?
Yes.
I've actually got it. I want to share this with you guys.
Here's one I prepared earlier.
Well, this literally, honestly, can you guys see this vision board?
Not yet.
Oh, wow.
Okay,
beautiful.
so let me give you some context here. I did this vision board because I was desperate in my business and my life. I was at a crossroads where I was in a really, really bad place in a business partnership. And it was literally, Lana, a structured brain dump with my coach at the time. But there's just a whole lot of stuff on this thing. And looking back at it now, I can kind of see, all right, where you really were in a different place. And you were just getting things. There's definitely a story there. But what I realized looking back on it, and this was 4 years ago, I've pretty much accomplished every single thing that I intended to do coming out of that vision board. And, you know, to a certain extent, that's the magic with this sort of stuff. And the fact that this was sitting on a wall for pretty much up until 2020. So 2016 this is the board that was done in 2016. And by 2020, I just realized I can tick off all of these things. I've done all of this. I'm in a place where I can confidently say, you know, I've built my habitat. I am getting paid to speak now. I did break free from that partnership. You know, I can make a difference, and I have made a difference. You know, my life is filled with wonder. Every single thing that I wanted and needed back then has happened. Yeah. And I wasn't conscious about it most of the time. I was just getting on with life, but this was always in front of me, kind of pulling me forward. Like, I know that sounds a bit woo, but like, take that how you will, but that's the power of this thing.
Absolutely. What you're looking at is what you'll be attracting. You'll be recognizing those opportunities and things. I just love that. Congratulations. I imagine.
Thank you. I want to build the next one now.
I imagine that could have been a almost painful process, because there's an acknowledgement in creating this vision board that there is a gap somewhere, or there is a part that you're not feeling fulfilled in, or there's some change that you need to drive. And I've actually got goosebumps. To me, I can almost feel the place that you were in when you put all those ideas and concepts on that vision board, and for you to confidently be able to say, I went through all of that. I drove the change, and I'm now living that change is incredible. Well done.
Yeah.
And here's the space that we're going to be creating on the 30th of May. The fact that, you're going to be free to actually talk to other women about what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
And you're going to be free to not talk at all if you don't want to, and just cut out your magazines and stick them on the bit of paper, stick them on the cardboard. But, this is I want to create that safe space for us all to be able to confidently, or not confidently, or just map out what we want for the future, and then live into it. It'll be amazing. I can't wait for the event. I'm actually
same. I love it. It's my favorite thing. And I just say, Lana, I love what you said. And the word that came up for me is that healing. It actually brings healing when we do that, when we take the time to just, even like cutting it out. It's an action that, you're physically doing it, and a lot of people are saying, well, Fids, you could do like Pinterest, you could do like a digital way of doing that. But for me, physically cutting out, sticking it on, and having that moment of really, meditating while you're even sticking them on, there's a healing process in that as well. And it becomes so real to you. And that's one of the things I'll actually be sharing in the workshop, is that one of the things you need to remember when creating vision boards is it's got to be attached to an emotion. You have to be really attached to it and really feel yourself being in that moment of achieving those things, because there's power in that. And when you feel it and it's part of that emotion, it's going to cause you to action. That's what gets people to do things, take them to the next step. So
excellent. Well, I just wanted to say thank you so much, ladies, for joining me. Any last words before we wrap up and get on with the rest of our days?
Yeah, thanks Sheila and Lana for having me. I'm so excited for our masterclass coming up in May. I'm looking forward to meeting all the lovely ladies of Triple W there. It's such a tongue twister, so I just go Triple W. I'm really, really excited for your community. Like, I am just excited to meet everybody there and just be part of it. So thank you for the opportunity.
No worries.
Thank you for coming to share everything with us. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you better and workshopping together.
Yes.
Excellent. Well, I just want to also acknowledge everyone that's watching this video and say thank you as well for being part of our Women, Wealth and Wisdom tribe. And we'll see you all very soon at our live event, which will be the 30th of May. It's a vision board workshop. See you all then.
See you then.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.